15 famous incidents involving British royal security. From trespassers in the palace to assassins on the loose, the British royal families faced a long line of security threats. The British royal family, one of the most celebrated and scrutinized monarchies in the world, has long been a target for those seeking to disrupt their carefully orchestrated lives. From intruders breaching the sanctity of their palaces to assassins targeting their very existence, the royals have faced a series of security breaches that have tested the limits of their protection. In today's video, we'll explore some of the most captivating and unsettling incidents that have shaken the foundations of British royal security. Number 1. 1974 Kidnapping Attempt on Princess Anne. In 1974, Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II, narrowly escaped a harrowing kidnapping attempt. The incident unfolded as the princess and her then-husband, Captain Mark Phillips, were returning to Buckingham Palace after attending a charity event. As their chauffeur-driven car slowed down on the Mall in London, a white Ford Escort abruptly blocked their path. The assailant, Ian Ball, approached the vehicle brandishing 2 handguns. He intended to abduct Princess Anne and demand a ransom of £2 million. In a display of remarkable bravery, Princess Anne refused to comply with Ball's demands and engaged in a struggle with him. Despite the chaos and the injuries sustained by her chauffeur and a police officer, she and Captain Phillips managed to escape unharmed. The ordeal came to an end when nearby witnesses, including a former boxer and a journalist, intervened, helping to overpower Ball until the police arrived. Ball was subsequently arrested and later deemed unfit to stand trial due to mental health issues. The incident prompted a reevaluation of royal security procedures, leading to increased measures to protect the royal family in public spaces. Number 2. 1981 Attempted Assassination of Queen Elizabeth II. In 1981, during the Trooping the Colours ceremony, a dramatic incident unfolded when shots were fired at Queen Elizabeth II. The assailant, Marcus Sargent, a 17-year-old unemployed youth with a fascination for assassinations, managed to position himself in the crowd along the parade route. As the Queen rode on horseback down the Mall, Sargent fired 6 blank shots from a replica gun. The quick response of nearby police officers and the Queen's unflinching composure averted a potential catastrophe. The shots were blanks, lacking the lethal projectiles, and no harm befell the Queen. However, the incident prompted a reevaluation of security measures for royal events. Sargent, later deemed mentally unstable, had expressed a desire to emulate the notoriety of assassins like John Lennon's murderer, Mark David Chapman. His actions led to a prison sentence of 5 years, reduced to 3 on appeal. This assassination attempt, though ultimately non-lethal, underscored the vulnerability of high-profile events and necessitated a reassessment of public access and security protocols surrounding the British royal family. Number 3. 1982 Break-in at Buckingham Palace. In 1982, Buckingham Palace faced a significant security breach when Michael Fagan, an intruder, managed to break into the Queen's official residence. Fagan's entry into Buckingham Palace revealed alarming vulnerabilities in the security apparatus. Taking advantage of a series of failures, Fagan scaled the palace walls and entered through an unlocked window, successfully evading electronic alarms and guards. Once inside, he wandered the halls and eventually found his way to Queen Elizabeth II's bedroom. Shockingly, he spent around 10 minutes talking to the Queen before a maid discovered the unauthorized visitor. The incident not only exposed the weaknesses in physical security measures, but also raised questions about the efficiency of the palace's alarm system and the adequacy of personnel on duty. Buckingham Palace, a symbol of royal authority and a heavily guarded residence, was left embarrassed and vulnerable in the aftermath of Fagan's intrusion. The aftermath of this breach prompted a review and enhancement of security protocols at Buckingham Palace and other royal residences. Lessons learned from this incident contributed to the implementation of stricter security measures, including improved surveillance technology, more rigorous staff training, and heightened awareness of potential threats. Number 4. 1994 Trespasser at King Charles' home. In 1994, a security breach occurred at King Charles' residence, Highgrove House, when an intruder named Robert Pickett successfully infiltrated the estate. Pickett, a disturbed individual, managed to gain unauthorized access to the private quarters of King Charles. This alarming incident exposed a significant lapse in the security measures in place at Highgrove. Once inside the residence, Pickett made his way to King Charles' bedroom, heightening concerns about the vulnerability of the royal family to potential threats. Fortunately, Pickett was unarmed and his motives appeared more erratic than malicious. Nevertheless, the incident prompted a thorough review of security protocols to prevent similar breaches in the future. The consequences for Pickett were legal, as he was apprehended and subsequently sentenced to a 2-year prison term. While the immediate threat was neutralized without harm to King Charles or anyone else present, the Highgrove break-in became a notable episode in the ongoing efforts to balance the accessibility of public figures with the imperative to safeguard their privacy and security. The incident contributed to an ongoing evolution in the security arrangements for the British royal family, prompting a re-evaluation of procedures to address emerging threats and vulnerabilities. Number 5. 2003 protester at Prince William's 21st birthday party. In 2003, comedian Aaron Barshak made headlines when he breached security at Prince William's 21st birthday party held at Windsor Castle. Barshak, dressed as Osama bin Laden, managed to infiltrate the high-profile event, raising serious concerns about the effectiveness of royal security measures. The audacious stunt, intended as a comedic performance, underscored vulnerabilities in the protection of royal gatherings. Barshak, known for his eccentric and attention-grabbing antics, exploited perceived weaknesses in the security apparatus. Disguised in a long beard and flowing robes, resembling the notorious terrorist leader, he successfully bypassed checkpoints and mingled with guests before being apprehended. The incident not only exposed lapses in the screening process, but also prompted a re-evaluation of security protocols for royal events. While Barshak's motives were rooted in humor, the incident prompted serious reflections on the potential consequences of a more malicious breach. It served as a catalyst for the implementation of more stringent security measures during subsequent high-profile events involving the British royal family. Ultimately, the episode highlighted the ongoing challenges faced by security personnel tasked with safeguarding the monarchy in an era of evolving threats and heightened security concerns. Number 6. 2003 Stalker at Prince William's University. In 2003, a New Zealand student named Lisa Blakey made headlines when she attempted to breach security to get close to Prince William at the University of St. Andrews. The incident occurred during Prince William's time as a student when he sought relative anonymity while pursuing his education. Blakey's actions raised concerns about the effectiveness of security measures in place to protect members of the royal family, particularly in the academic setting. She managed to approach Prince William, prompting a re-evaluation of the existing security protocols around the university. While Lisa Blakey was not armed and her intentions were unclear, the incident underscored the challenges faced by the royal family in maintaining their privacy and security, even in seemingly controlled environments. The event led to a tightening of security around Prince William and other members of the royal family attending public events or engaging in routine activities. Number 7. 2004 Intruder at Buckingham Palace. In 2004, Buckingham Palace faced a security breach that raised significant concerns. David Kang, an intruder, managed to scale the walls of Buckingham Palace, gaining unauthorized access to one of the most iconic and heavily guarded royal residences. Kang's successful breach exposed flaws in the palace's security apparatus, prompting a re-evaluation of protocols. His ability to infiltrate the premises raised questions about the effectiveness of existing measures in place to protect the royal family. The incident occurred at a time when security around the monarchy was already under scrutiny following previous breaches, emphasizing the need for enhanced vigilance. While Kang was later apprehended within the palace grounds, the breach prompted a thorough review of security procedures. Buckingham Palace officials worked to address the identified weaknesses and reinforce the protective measures, aiming to prevent similar incidents in the future. Number 8. 2013 protester at Westminster Abbey. In 2013, a notable security breach occurred during the 60th anniversary celebration of Queen Elizabeth II's coronation at Westminster Abbey. The event, attended by numerous dignitaries and members of the royal family, was disrupted when a protester managed to breach the security measures in place. The individual, later identified as a 48-year-old man named David Gainsborough Roberts, positioned himself in the Abbey's gallery, strategically choosing a moment when the ceremony was at its peak. Suddenly, he raised his voice in protest, shouting slogans that criticized the monarchy and its perceived shortcomings. The unexpected disruption momentarily cast a shadow over the solemnity of the occasion. Security personnel swiftly intervened, apprehending the protester and escorting him out of Westminster Abbey. The incident raised concerns about the effectiveness of security protocols during high-profile events, prompting a review of procedures to prevent similar breaches in the future. Number 9. 2016 Drone Incident at Windsor Castle. In 2016, a security incident at Windsor Castle raised concerns about the potential threats posed by drones. The incident occurred during a period when the use of unmanned aerial vehicles was on the rise, prompting authorities to reassess security measures around royal residences. A drone was discovered within the grounds of Windsor Castle, a historic fortress that often serves as a venue for official royal events. The intrusion highlighted the vulnerability of such prestigious locations to modern technological threats. Drones, with their ability to fly over walls and barriers, presented a new challenge for security personnel tasked with protecting the royal family. The incident sparked a review of existing security protocols to address the emerging risk posed by those unmanned devices. As a response, authorities at Windsor Castle and other royal residences implemented enhanced counter-drone measures, including the deployment of advanced detection technologies and increased surveillance capabilities. The goal was to detect and deter any potential drone-related security breaches. Number 10. 2018 Security Scare at Prince George's School. In 2018, a security scare unfolded at Thomas Battersea, the school attended by Prince George, the eldest son of Prince William and Catherine. A woman, later identified as 40-year-old Louise Chantry, was arrested for attempting to break into the school premises. The incident raised serious concerns about the effectiveness of security measures in place to protect the young royal. Fortunately, Prince George was not present at the school during the security breach. The school's security protocols, however, came under scrutiny as the intruder managed to gain access to the facility. It was reported that Chantry was apprehended by the school staff before she could pose any threat to the students. The motive behind the attempted break-in remains unclear, but the incident emphasized the need for heightened security measures surrounding the royal family, especially when it comes to the safety of young members. The Prince and Princess of Wales, like any parents, were likely deeply concerned about the potential risks to their son's safety. Following the incident, security arrangements at the school were likely reviewed and possibly enhanced to prevent any future breaches and ensure the safety of Prince George and his classmates. Number 11. 2018 Drone Incident at Heathrow Airport. In 2018, a security incident at Heathrow Airport added a new dimension to concerns about the safety of royal family members. Climate change activists, members of the group Heathrow Pause, orchestrated a disruptive protest by utilizing drones near the airport's airspace. Their objective was to draw attention to environmental issues and express opposition to the proposed expansion of Heathrow Airport. The activists strategically flew drones near the airport, causing temporary suspension of flights and forcing the airport authorities to implement a precautionary measure to ensure the safety of air traffic. This incident underscored the vulnerability of major transportation hubs and raised questions about the effectiveness of existing security measures, particularly in the face of evolving protest tactics. While the disruption primarily targeted the airport's operations and environmental concerns, the incident prompted a broader reassessment of security protocols at critical infrastructure points, including those frequented by members of the royal family. Number 12. 2019 Prince Andrew's ties to Jeffrey Epstein. In 2019, Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, became embroiled in a scandal involving his association with a disgraced financier, Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein, a convicted sex offender, faced numerous charges related to sex trafficking and abuse of underage girls. Prince Andrew's friendship with Epstein came under intense scrutiny, raising concerns not only about his judgment, but also about the potential security risks associated with his associations. The Duke of York faced allegations from Virginia Roberts Giuffre, who claimed she was trafficked by Epstein and forced to have sex with Prince Andrew when she was underage. Prince Andrew vehemently denied the accusations but faced public backlash for his perceived length of empathy towards Epstein's victims during a televised interview. The controversy not only damaged the reputation of Prince Andrew, but also posed security challenges for the royal family. As the scandal unfolded, questions arose about the extent of Prince Andrew's interactions with Epstein, as well as his choices in associates. Security protocols and background checks for individuals close to the royal family were scrutinized, highlighting potential gaps in the vetting process. Ultimately, the fallout from Prince Andrew's association with Jeffrey Epstein contributed to his decision to step back from public duties, a move that aimed to mitigate the ongoing impact on the royal family's reputation and address the security concerns raised by the controversy. Number 13. 2020 Stalker at Princess Beatrice's wedding. In 2020, Princess Beatrice, the eldest daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah, Duchess of York, faced a security concern leading up to her wedding with Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi. Italian entrepreneur Marco Brancaccia, a former acquaintance of Beatrice, was arrested for alleged stalking and harassment. The situation unfolded as Beatrice and her fiancé prepared for their private wedding ceremony, initially postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Brancaccia's alleged actions included sending threatening messages to both Beatrice and her mother, Sarah Ferguson. The nature of these messages raised serious security concerns and prompted legal intervention. The Italian businessman denied the charges, asserting that he had only sent a few messages to Ferguson, and his actions were an attempt to reclaim borrowed artwork. The incident underscored the challenges faced by members of the royal family in maintaining personal security, even during private and intimate events. Security measures were likely heightened around Princess Beatrice and her wedding venue to ensure the safety of the royal family and guests. The legal proceedings brought attention to the delicate balance between the public's curiosity about the royal family and the need for privacy and security. Number 14. 2020 Prince Harry and Megan Markles security concerns. In 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to step back from their senior royal roles and relocate to North America brought about significant security concerns. As the Duke and Duchess of Sussex sought financial independence and a more private life, questions arose about the funding and extent of their security arrangements. The couple's move to Canada and later to Los Angeles prompted discussions between the British government and the royal family regarding who would bear the costs of their security. Initially, there was a temporary arrangement for the Canadian government to contribute, but as the couple eventually settled in the United States, this support came to an end. The issue became particularly contentious as the couple voiced concerns about their safety and the invasive tactics of the media. Given their high-profile status, there were worries about the potential risks they faced without proper security measures in place. Ultimately, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced that they would cover their security costs, emphasizing their commitment to independence. Number 15. 2021 Intruder at Prince Andrew's home. In the incident at Prince Andrew's home in 2021, an intruder managed to breach security at the Royal Lodge, located in Windsor Great Park. The trespasser was able to gain access to the premises, prompting concerns about the effectiveness of security measures in place. The Royal Lodge serves as the official residence of Prince Andrew, the Duke of York. Details surrounding the intrusion were somewhat limited, but the incident underscored the ongoing challenges faced by royal security teams in maintaining the safety and privacy of members of the royal family. The breach raised questions about the need for continuous assessment and enhancement of security protocols to adapt to evolving threats. Given the heightened security measures typically implemented around royal residences, this incident prompted a thorough review of the security arrangements at the Royal Lodge. It also led to discussions about potential adjustments to ensure that such breaches do not recur in the future. The specifics of how the intruder managed to access the property were thoroughly investigated by security officials. It becomes apparent that even the most revered figures are not immune to the threats that lurk in the shadows. From audacious trespassers to sinister assassins, the royals have confronted challenges that have kept their security teams on high alert. What are your thoughts on these astonishing incidents? Were you surprised by the audacity of some intruders or the meticulous planning of potential threats? Have you ever come across other intriguing incidents involving the royal security that we didn't cover in this video? Feel free to share your opinions and insights in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye!